Ludicrous feed is proudly sponsored by Carloop Data and Koba Car Insurance. Good morning, everyone. Today we are bringing my BYD Seal Premium to have its first baby service here in Sydney, Australia. And there was a sign that has been popping up over the last week or so saying my service is due. And basically in Australia, you need to do the baby check at either 5,000 kilometers or when the car is 3 months old. And when you take delivery of the vehicle, the reps will set that for you in the vehicle for the service schedule. And it's pretty easy to book a service, actually. I'll show you how to do it later on online. And BYD, of course, has commissioned mycar to be the official service provider for its vehicles. It's all legit, all above board. And you can see my odometer is 2,215 kilometers, so I'm well short of 5,000 kilometers, but it's pretty much on 3 months tomorrow. Today's the 28th. I took delivery on the 29th, I'm pretty sure, of December. So pretty accurate there. 3 months on. Yeah, so mycar and Chatswood have allowed me to basically film the entire process, which should be good. And you can see exactly what is involved in a service. And the 3 month service is complimentary as well. So no payment, nothing out of pocket for me today, which is great. All right, well, I'll go on a short drive to Chatswood, not far from my place. And then we'll see how we go with the service. So I've been pretty happy with the car so far, honestly. There have been no major issues. In fact, the only issue was the ADAS playing up, but that's a known issue, which was fixed with a software update recently. So make sure you check out that video, 2401. Fixed pretty much all the, well, not all, but certainly reduced the intensity of the ADAS, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. It was quite intrusive actually before, but now it's a lot softer with the beeps and boops and alerts that come up, and certainly the emergency braking or emergency lane keeping assist function has improved a lot as well. So it's no longer trying to swerve me into oncoming traffic, which I'm very thankful for, I must say. Hasn't really fixed the ICC yet. It's still not great. I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's push on the ICC, or Intelligent Cruise Control, they call it. And yeah, it's supposed to be lane keeping, as in like lane centering as well, so it doesn't always work. Of course, it is weather dependent as well sometimes. Maybe the visibility of the lane markings aren't great, but certainly nowhere near as good as Tesla's autopilot, I think, at this stage, so needs a bit of work there, I think. But otherwise, apart from probably that issue, it's pretty good. It's been pretty good so far. So nothing to really report to the people servicing the car today, so I'll probably just say it's been all good. Yeah, I'm more curious about like what they offer in terms of amenities at the service center in case you need to wait for them, or you can't get away, you have to hang around for a few hours, or if you do need to go away, whether they actually provide anything like, I don't know, like a service, a shuttle service, or maybe Uber vouchers. That's what Tesla does sometimes if you need to get to the nearest train station here in Sydney. So yeah, I'm curious to see all that, if there's any toilets, coffee making facilities, all those kind of things that make life a little bit more pleasant when you're servicing your vehicle, of course. All right, well, yeah, we're almost there. I'll start the video again when we get closer. All right, so we're almost there. I love that the Seal has got auto rain sensing wipers. That's a very nice touch, isn't it? All right, we're almost there. See the cameras come on there, 360 cameras. Nice touch. Stays on for a bit after you turn, just to be sure. Alright, so those of you familiar with the Chatswood area, there's the Bunnings on the right, there's the Metro, the Woolies, and the Tesla showroom is just behind the Woolies, so just to get your bearings for those who know the area. And mycar should be coming up pretty soon. mycar Chatswood. Used to be called Kmart Tyre and Auto. I think it's all been rebranded as mycar Tyre and Auto. It's got good reviews on Google, so must be doing something right. I think 4.8 stars or something, so not bad. And they open at 8 o'clock, so now it's 5 to 8, so we're pretty close there to opening time, so we'll see. Might have to wait a little bit longer before we drop it off. That's all good. We can wait on the side street, no problem. Just wanted to come early to make sure it's all good, and there it is. There's the mycar there, you can probably see on the left. I wonder whether we can drive in yet. We'll try. It is open. Cool. All right. Well, let's see what is happening today. All right. So there is my Seal right there, ready to be serviced today in Chatswood, and you can just see how clean the workshop is behind it. Very good. Very impressed. All hoists ready to go. So yeah, it's a very nice workshop indeed. Okay, so this is the experience that greets you here at mycar when you drop your car off. So that's the trading details there, New South Wales government credentials, and then you can walk in through this way into the customer area. You'll be greeted by Aaron at the front desk. Make sure you say hi. BYD service, authorised or approved service partner, so it's all legit, all good. And here's a customer sitting area, there we go. There is mycar. There it is. Okay. There's Aaron. And then there is mycar right there through to the workshop. Okay, so I've got Jans here with me, EV technician from mycar, and he's going to walk us through the diagnostic process here.
Yep, so this is called the VDS scan tool. So for every service, we plug this scan tool in to the vehicle. We'll go into this tab here, the diagnosis system, and from there we can see which modules need to be updated, and the ones that do, we carry out those updates as part of the service.
Okay, so Jans is literally going to plug this device into my vehicle. Love this behind the scenes stuff. So that's the OBD port, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So under the dash.
So this might take a couple of minutes. We just have the tools updating itself before we actually communicate with the vehicle. Just going to show you the modules on your vehicle. Just having a little chat here to the car. Now we're going to do a scan.
Yep.
This will identify which modules are on the vehicle and what version they're at. So then we can tell if they need to be updated.
That's a good sign, all green.
All green, yeah, no faults. It's not unusual to have a couple of little faults in there like DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, but they don't necessarily indicate a problem. It just means something was outside its normal parameters at some stage in the past. We've noticed lately with some of the seals, they can need up to 20 module updates, so that can take a while. Looking at this, I don't expect that many for your vehicle.
Do you think this could be all done over the air one day as opposed to having to come in to be plugged in?
I would hope so. I think that would be really convenient for the customer, but at this stage, over the air is just too vulnerable to hiccups and issues. So your vehicle actually does not need any updates. When it does, it'll give me a little box down here, or you can scroll through each one of these control computers.
Yep.
If there's an update available, I'll see a little red box and I can go ahead and update it.
Okay.
So this is looking pretty good. No additional updates. So we'll go ahead with the rest of the service, do the inspections, put it on the hoist to make sure everything's okay.
Okay, beautiful. That's great. Thanks, Jans.
No problem.
Okay, so it's quite easy to book a service through the BYD website in Australia. So first of all, go to bydautomotive.com.au, scroll all the way to the bottom, until you find for owners, service and warranty. So click that down the bottom, and then you'll say service and warranty, Australia-wide service centres and our robust EV warranty. So let's book a service, and you'll see all the service centres available in our country. So let's enter our suburb. Let's type in Chatswood, South Wales, and there it is. It'll show you the nearest one, which is the one we went to today. So mycar Chatswood. Let's click on book a service, and it'll bring you to a third-party website. Plug in your registration for any of the states. Okay, so once you put your number plate in, it'll give you the specs: BYD Seal 2023 electric direct drive premium extended range, which is my car. And then down here it says, what do you need? Well, a logbook service. You can also choose wheels and tires as well. So let's do logbook service. And let's say we want a 20,000 12-month service for the next one. And interestingly, if you click on something else like wheels and tires, for example, let's say we want to balance our tires as well, we can actually get a quote for our jobs. And from here, we can have a look at the instant price. So the instant price for a logbook service at mycar, Tyre and Auto Chatswood at the 12-month period, $189. So there you go. It's good to have a quote there. You can also add other things as well, like tyre puncture repair, wiper refills, etc., etc. And then you can book your appointment as well. So then you can have estimated time of arrival, and you can also pay straight away as well through Visa and other payment methods as well, including PayPal. And then from there, you can book your service straight away. So it's all pretty straightforward. I'm curious to see what happens when you click on what's included. You'll be provided a detailed breakdown of the service inclusions and parts required upon confirmation of your booking.
Protective cover. That's basically where your blade battery is right there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much to see, is there?
No.
All covered.
Yep.
Nice.
You can see it on there.
Yeah.
On there.
On the corrosion protection.
Yeah. Obviously the silver part's alloy, so it's not going to rust. But yeah, some of these cast members have put that on there. I don't think it's necessary myself.
Yeah. Okay, so service is all done, and look, they're multiplying here at Chatswood. Okay, so what was done exactly at the 3-month comp service? Well, it was all free, of course, not just for me, but for all BYD owners. What did they do? So checked and tightened the chassis fixing screw, brake pedal, electronic parking switch, brake friction pads, brake discs, brake system pipelines and hoses, steering wheel and pull rod, transmission shaft dust cover, ball pin and dust cover, front and rear suspension devices, tyre and inflation pressure. They said they were going to inflate it to 40 psi for both front and back tyres as per their recommendation. That's fine, I'll stick with that for the time being. Check the front and rear wheel alignment, check the door stopper, check wheel bearings for play, check coolant level in the expansion tank, check the brake fluid, check the torque of power battery tray guard and crash bar, mounting points, check the powertrain for fluid leakage and impact, check whether the high voltage harness or connector is loose, check appearance of the high voltage module for deformation and oil, check whether there are foreign matters or ablation at the interface of each charging connector, check whether the light bulb and LED turns on normally, check whether the front light dimming function is normal, and check whether there is any foreign matter or ablation. Grounding point of EPS, check whether the EPS connector is loose and whether the connector pins are ablated, check whether the appearance of EPS ECU is corroded, check whether there are foreign matters or corrosion at the connection between EPS ECU and motor, check the high voltage components for symptoms of weighting, check the lock nut torque of wiper arm, check the front compartment cover lock and its fasten. And looks like no issues were found, and the team were pretty happy with the seal at the 3-month mark. And I was also presented with the BYD Auto Warranty and Maintenance Service Manual, with a nice gold lettering there, looking very good. There's the BYD logo, and there is my first stamp. Yes, feels like a passport, doesn't it? There it is, today's date, 20th of March 2024, stamped by mycar, Tyre and Auto here in Chatswood. And the next service will be at 20,000 kilometres, around about November 2024. So there we are. Good to know. Everything seems to be in check. Right, everyone, that's it from me here at mycar Chatswood. So try to drive out now. A bit of a tight turn. They also took the car for a quick drive. And yeah, they were happy with how it drove. With the new ADAS update as well, 2401. It was all good. So that's good to know. They also take it out for a drive as I will right now to make sure it's all good. It's a bit curious to see with this steep driveway where it scratches the aero. No, it doesn't. It's pretty good. It's got that low clearance, of course, the aero dampers. But yeah, seems to be alright as I rejoin peak hour traffic here on a Thursday before the Easter long weekend. So I'll make my way slowly back home here from Chatswood. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, everyone. It's been quite an informative service here. I know it's the first one at 5,000 kilometers at the 3-month mark, but everything seems to be in check. And look, I know some other vehicles, or some other EVs don't need servicing for their warranty, but in some ways I think it might not be a bad thing that someone is looking at your car at a regular interval to make sure it's all good, it's all running well, as a preventative measure, of course. But yeah, of course I will keep you all informed at the next checkup, which will be, of course, at the 20,000 kilometer mark, or November 2024 at the 12-month mark, to make sure everything is still all good for now. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching the channel and for watching my BYD content. Until the next Ludicrous feed video, happy charging.